What's up, everybody? So today I wanted to do a quick video where I go over my hobby goals for 2024, my sort of New Year's resolutions. I wrote them down on this piece of paper here. And by the way, I got a shirt for Christmas that says just one more baseball card, I promise. Which is kind of true. All right, so I have 5 things that I wrote down, and then tomorrow I'll probably do my top 23 cards for 2023. So stay tuned for that. So, none of these are probably going to be too crazy in terms of New Year's resolutions, but maybe, hopefully it'll give you guys some ideas of what you can focus on. So number 1, and I say this every year, but this year I'm really going to focus on it, is to limit the amount of packs that I open, the amount of hobby boxes. I think what I'm going to do is, my goal for 2024 is to not buy a single hobby box off of Topps' website. I probably spent close to, $4,000. I hate to say it, but probably something like that on boxes that I bought, Bowman, as well as Sapphire. Sapphire was a huge waste of money. Bowman sometimes can be decent, but I don't know what it is. I didn't hit anything huge. I bought a lot of Bowman and I bought a lot of Sapphire, and I'm just going to cut that out. I am going to continue to do the rookie explosion box, so I'll do that way. I have something to open every month, but that'll be it. I think that'll be all that I open this year in terms of packs. So that is number 1. Number 2 is to finally make it to the National. Didn't make it last year. I think, probably what ruined it for me is I went to the Atlantic City National in 2022 and got hit with COVID afterwards, and I just decided to take the year off. I think next year, in 2024, the National in Cleveland, I think I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to get my own place this time. Not sharing it with a bunch of other people. I'm going to get my own my own room, get my own space, and just kind of relax, get to Cleveland, relax, have my own space, and really try to enjoy it. And I think I might do this like an every other year thing. I don't know if I need to go to the National every single year, so I might make it kind of like every other year I'll go to the National. So going to the National will be number 2 on my list. Number 3 is a focus on selling, believe it or not. I have a ton of cards that I've graded. You guys, if you've watched my videos, you know that I do a lot of grading through PSA. And I have a lot of these cards that are just kind of sitting around. They're not really part of my, and I mentioned this in my previous video, I'd love to get my collection down to like 200 to 250 cards, something like that. And one of the ways to do that and to upgrade, to really just quality over quantity would be to sell. And actually, it's weird. I sold a couple of cards, and I might do a video also of my top 10, nothing huge, top 10 cards that I sold in 2023. And, I actually kind of enjoyed it. It's kind of fun to, list. I put cards up for auction, and then I kind of get notifications when somebody bids on them. So I actually kind of enjoy it. The only thing that I don't enjoy is shipping it. So that is why I thought about maybe, getting a table at a show and maybe selling at a show. So we'll see if I do that. I talked to Vince. He's not interested in, I was going to set up, my idea was to set up something with New York Yanks Fan 7 at the White Plains show in New York, but I already talked to him. He said he's not interested to do that in 2024. So I'm either going to do that by myself, or maybe just focus on selling on eBay. Generally speaking, I've been focused on maybe selling 2 to 3 cards per week on eBay. And so if I do that, that's like 100 cards for the entire year, something like that. So, and if I did that, that would be fantastic. If I sold 100 cards on eBay, that'd be pretty awesome. And then number 4, I just kind of mentioned it. It is quality over quantity. I would love to have a year where I do my top, I'm going to do my top 23 cards for 2023. And I'd love to, have a year where I literally picked up 10 cards for the entire year, or 12 cards, like 1 card per month. Like, I'll get the rookie explosion box, but then if I average like 1 card per month, like if I save and focus on quality stuff, I think that would be I seem, and you guys see it all the time, I show off my best cards over and over and over and over. Those are the cards that I enjoy the most. And I'd like to focus on just continuing to build on the quality of my collection and not so much on the quantity. And then number 5, New Year's resolution is, and I mentioned this again on a previous video, is I'd like to focus on oddball vintage cards a little bit more. I don't think it's going to be a main focus, but I would like at least one of my big pickups next year to be something a little bit, a little bit oddball. I do want to continue to focus a little bit on vintage basketball, football, and hockey, maybe picking up one of each next year. We'll see. Just to give you guys some examples of cards that I'm targeting. And I don't like to box myself into particular cards, but, these are some, just to give you a flavor of some of the cards that I'm going to be looking for. The T206 Ty Cobb. I have the red background portrait, but I'd love to add the green portrait. I just picked up the Cy Young green portrait. Either this Ty Cobb green background portrait, the bat off shoulder, or bat on shoulder. So I'd be happy with, I want to add another Ty Cobb T206 to the collection next year. I would love to pick up the 1965 Topps Joe Namath. When it comes to vintage football, that will probably be my main target. You guys just probably saw I picked up the Jim Brown rookie, and now I think the Joe Namath rookie will be my next big target in 2024. In terms of basketball, my main focus in terms of vintage basketball, that doesn't have to be this card, but my main focus will probably be on the 1972 Julius Erving. For whatever reason, I love that card. I love the yellow background, like the yellow and the red. I've always loved that card, and have been trying to add that to my collection for a long time now. And then some, just to give you an idea, I was looking at just oddball card, the 1955 Golden Stamps Jackie Robinson. I put a bid on that card a couple months ago, and I'm kind of mad that I missed out on it. But that's just to give you like kind of an example of a card that I'd be looking for in terms of like a big name vintage player of something other than Bowman or Topps or Leaf, something a little bit out there. So, and I'd like to pick up a couple of those types of cards next year. And then some other cards, the 33 Gaudy Jimmy Fox is a card that I've really wanted to add for a long time. I think Jimmy Fox is one of those cards, one of those guys. Him and Tris Speaker are incredibly undervalued, in my opinion, when you look at the greatest players of all time and what their cards are worth. So I'd love to pick up either a Tris Speaker or a Jimmy Fox. And I'd love to continue to add to my Mickey Mantle run. I've added a couple more Mickey Mantles to my collection this year, and I'd love to add another Mickey Mantle, like the 53 Bowman Mickey Mantle is a card that I've had my eyes on for a long time. So that'll give you kind of a flavor of what I'm looking to target for 2024. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your guys, what's your focus going to be for 2024? I know that after I picked up that Jim Brown rookie and the Cy Young T206 that I was tapped out for this year. So I got to save now and get ready for 2024 and try to figure out what my next target's going to be. So love to hear, what are your targets for this upcoming year? What are your hobby goals? And we'll look back at, at the end of 2024 and see if we hit some of these goals. All right. Thanks guys for watching, and I will talk to you later.